We will start regular practice, as in regular Hatha Yoga practice. Today we'll practice some standing postures. Let us begin again. Any comfortable seated posture. Spine comfortably erect. Position the head right on top of the spine. We tend to have the head forward, ever so slightly tucking the chin and sliding the head back. Just a bit. Relaxing the shoulders, elbows by the sides, palms up, eyes softly closed. 3 deep breaths. After taking 3 deep breaths, find the part of your body where you can feel your breath the most. Could be your abdomen, chest, face, nostrils, seat bones, wherever. Simply rest your awareness in that part of the body where you can feel the breath the most. If the mind wanders to other parts of the body, that's okay. When you notice that, simply bring the awareness back to the part where you can feel your breath the most. Using the breath in that part as the anchor that you keep coming back to, not at all feeling negative about being distracted. It's okay. It is the nature of the mind to wander. And you don't have to force anything, including the awareness back to the anchor. Gently so. Let it flow. No need for sharp edges. in the experience. Palms to the heart center, Namaskar Mudra. May this practice be for the benefit of all. Tilt your head forward, chin to the chest. Gently opening your eyes. Inhaling, arms by the side, palms going up, looking up. Exhaling, palms coming down to the chest, looking down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. One last round. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Release. Come to cat posture. Hands and knees. Shoulders are right over your wrists. And hip joints are right over the knees. And your soft gaze is between the fingertips. Neck, head, neck, spine, horizontal, aligned to each other. Toes pointing back. Inhaling, look up and allow the spine to hang downward. Look up, spine down. Relax your abdomen completely. Feel the stretch in the throat. Feel the lumbar curve being accentuated. Next exhalation, chin to the chest, spine up, abdomen fully engaged. 4 more rounds. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling, look down. Total 5 rounds. After completing, come to neutral posture. Head, neck, and spine horizontal. Tuck your toes in. Lifting the knees off the mat 2 inches up from the mat. Abdomen fully engaged. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently placing the knees down. Deep breath. Tuck your toes in. Stretch your right arm toward the front. Left leg towards the back, parallel to the ground. Left leg to the back, right arm to the front. Switch. 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 And go back to neutral cat posture. Take a deep breath, exhale. Tuck your toes in, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. You can slightly bend the knees. Focus on getting the seat bones away from your palms. You're not moving the palms any amount at all, just leaving the palms where they are. You can bend the knees, seat bones going away from the palms. Allowing the chest to gently move toward the knees. You can bend the knees, not a problem. Chin or completely relax your head. The roof of your head is facing the mat. You can perhaps even look at your navel if you can. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly walk your palms toward your feet. Slowly. And once you land the heels, hands on your waist, inhaling, come up. Release the arms, stand relaxed. Feet hip width apart. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhaling, reach up, come up onto the toes and reach up to the ceiling. Exhaling, heels down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Reach up, exhaling down. Release arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Remember, diligence as best as you can. Nothing more than your best is needed at this moment. Not your past best, but right now what is best for you. Definitely not less than your best. With attention. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Bend your knees deeply and sitting back in an imaginary chair behind you. Look down at your knees. You should be able to see your big toes. And then look to the front and farther out. Your arms and the spine are in alignment. Your weight on your feet even. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, come up. Exhaling, release the arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Bring your feet just outside the mat. Your inner edges of your feet are matching the outer edges of your mat. Arms to the sides. Raise your arms to the sides, parallel to the ground. Palms facing to the front. Inhaling center. Exhaling, bending toward your right wall. Allow the right ear to fall down to the right shoulder. Left arm up and over, left fingers reaching for the right wall. Left fingers reaching for the right wall, right ear falling down to the right shoulder. You will feel, Rishabh, allow the head to fall down to the side. Yes. Feel the stretch on the left side of the neck. Inhaling center. Exhaling, bending toward your left wall. Allow the left ear to fall down to the left shoulder. Rishabh, switch to the other side. Inhaling center. 2 more rounds. Total of 3 rounds. You can coordinate with inhaling center, exhaling bend. Inhaling center, exhaling bending the other way. After completing 3 rounds, hands on the waist. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up to the sides, parallel to the ground, palms facing the front. Inhaling center, exhaling, twisting toward your right as much as you can. Look over your shoulder as much as you can. Turn your head as much. Inhaling center. Exhaling, go the other way. Inhaling center. 2 more rounds. After completing, hands on the waist. Take a deep breath, exhale. Come to the front of the mat. Release the arms and come to the front of the mat. Tadasana. Namaskara Mudra. 3 rounds of Surya Namaskara, like we usually practice. 3 rounds on your own, coordinated with breath. Begin. If the mind wanders away from the practice, begin again. After completing 3 rounds, relax your arms, separate your feet, and stand relaxed. Even as you stand relaxed, stay in awareness of the current experience or the flow of experience right now. If it is pleasant experience, okay, let it flow. If it is not so pleasant, it is still okay, let it flow. Or if it's a neutral experience, it is okay, let it flow. A pleasant experience or an unpleasant experience or a neutral experience are like clouds of different colors in the space of awareness. Awareness is not implicated in the details of the experience. The space does not change with the clouds. 3 deep breaths. Let us practice Trikonasana, front of the mat, Tadasana. Namaskar mudra. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling forward bend. Inhaling right foot back. Look up and allow the hips to relax down. You can bend the front knee as much as you need to. And you will feel the right hip front opening. Not much weight on your hands. The weight is on your front foot and back foot. Make micro adjustments so your weight is more on your feet than your hands. Look up. Now place the back foot flat on the mat. Hands on your waist. Inhaling, come up. Face your right wall. Face your right wall. Hands on your waist. Squarely facing the right wall, look down at your feet in line stance. The line from your left toe and heel is going through the inner arch of the back foot. And if it is not, shift your feet so they are in line. And now squarely look at your right wall. Shoulders, hips, gaze, all squarely facing the right wall. Stretch the left arm toward where the left toes are pointing. stretch. You can bring the arms up to the shoulder level and point the fingers toward where the left toes are pointing. Now lean toward where the left fingers are pointing. Lean toward it. Lean. Now look at your right shoulder. Look at your right shoulder. As you look at your right shoulder, without allowing the right shoulder from falling toward the front, bend toward the left. Allow the left arm to hang loose behind the left leg. You're not trying to reach the ground at all. Left arm hanging behind the left leg, left knee straight. Left knee straight, left arm hanging behind the left leg. Rishabh, take the arm behind your left leg. Yes, that's it. Now you're looking at your right shoulder. And then bend further and then right arm up toward the ceiling. Turn your head and gaze at your right thumb. Keep the left knee straight as much as you can. You don't need to reach the ground at all. Keep the left knee straight, gaze at your right thumb. 5 deep breaths. 5. Trikonasana. 4. 3. 2. 1. Slightly bend the left knee, hands on the waist, inhaling, come up. Straighten up, hands on the waist. Take a deep breath, exhale. Look toward the left foot, Ashvasanchalana. Left foot back, plank. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Feet close together, knees comfortably bent, chest moving toward the knees, head completely relaxed, hanging loose, head hanging loose. Next inhalation, take your right foot forward between the palms, Ashvasanchalana. Chin up. Bring the weight distribution on your feet than on your fingertips or on your palms. Looking up, feel the left hip front getting stretched. 3, 2, 1. Place the back foot flat on the mat, hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up, face the left wall. Look down at your feet, in line stance. Make sure or shift your feet so they are in line. The line from your right toes and your heel is going through the inner arch of the back foot. And your soft gaze, your shoulders, your hips, they're all squarely facing your left wall. Keeping the right knee straight throughout the practice, right arm, stretch the right arm toward where the right toes are pointing to. Lean toward where the right fingers are pointing to. Look at the left shoulder. Not allowing the left shoulder from falling forward, bending toward your right foot. Allow the right arm to hang loose behind the right leg, right knee straight. Left arm up toward the ceiling. Turn your head and look at the left thumb. Keep the right knee straight throughout the practice. Trikonasana. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slightly bend the right knee, hands on the waist, inhaling, straighten up. Look toward where the right toes are pointing to. Ashvasanchalana. Right foot back, plank. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Gently place your knees down. Vajrasana. Vajrasana is to keep the toes pointing back, big toes touching each other, knees close together, and separate the heels, and your seat bones are between the heels. Spine, if you need support of your hands on the mat, do that. Others, keep the spine comfortably straight. And if this is too difficult, go to Sukhasana, normal cross-leg posture. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to cat posture. Now let us proceed to practice Veerabhadrasana, first variation. Tuck your toes in. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Remember, you can be on the toes, knees can be compromised. You don't need to try and keep the knees straight. If you're compromising anything, you can bend the knees. But see if you can keep the spine neutral, as if you're standing tall. Your palms are shoulder width apart. The entire palm or palms and the fingers are on the mat. Fingers and palms are on the mat. Head completely relaxed. Separate your feet hip width apart. Separate your feet.
Only just to know knees of
Inhale.
Just now, sir, now can you
Inhaling, right foot forward. Place the right foot closer to your right palm. Place the back foot flat on the mat, hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up and face where the right toes are pointing to. Hands on the waist. You can straighten the right knee for now. Now, this is offline stance. The front foot and the back foot, they are comfortably separated widthwise. They are not inline stance. So you should be comfortably. Now bring your shoulders and hips to face where the right toes are pointing to. Hips and the shoulders are where the right toes are pointing to. Soft gaze directly ahead. Back foot flat on the mat. Start bending your right knee and bring the right knee on top of the right ankle. Now, those who are comfortable, bring the right thigh parallel to the ground. You might have to move your left foot further back to allow for the bend of the right knee, to allow the right thigh to become parallel to the ground. Remember, back foot is still flat on the mat. Arms up, press the palms together. Bend your right knee just a bit more. Not leaning forward, you're directly settling down. Your spine is going down rather than leaning forward. Now, look up at your thumbs if you don't have a neck problem. Gaze at your thumb. 5 deep breaths. Veerabhadrasana. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist. Take a deep breath. Ashvasanchalana. Right foot back, plank. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Separate your feet hip width apart. Next inhalation, left foot forward and place the left foot closer to the left palm. Place the back foot flat on the mat, hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up and face where the left toes are pointing to. Bring your hips and shoulders to where the left toes are pointing. To bring the right hip forward, you will have to rotate your right thigh out to bring the right hip also to come front. It's kind of an opposing or might seem paradoxical. I'm asking you to bring the right hip forward with the right foot planted firmly on the ground. Bend your right knee. Sorry, bend your left knee. Left knee on top of the left ankle. And your spine stays vertical. The spine is not leaning forward. Bend your left knee enough to bring the left thigh parallel to the ground if you can. No forcing. Remember, diligence without aggression. Arms up. Press the palms. Gazing at your thumbs. Bend your left knee just a bit more. 5 deep breaths. Veerabhadrasana. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on your waist. Take a deep breath. Ashvasanchalana. Left foot back, plank. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Gently drop your knees down. Vajrasana. And if Vajrasana is not relaxing you, Sukhasana. Find a way to relax. Find a posture to relax. Remember, Hatha Yoga practice is a balancing practice. Relaxation before activation. And activation preceding relaxation is also part of the practice. You're not trying to lose energy so much as to wake up the energies and have the energies flow as we are designed to. 3 deep breaths. cat posture. Let's proceed to Veerabhadrasana, second variation. Shoulders right over the wrists, hip joints right over the knees. Tuck your toes in, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Keep your feet close together. Inhaling, right foot forward. Place the right foot between the palms. Ashvasanchalana. Place the back foot flat on the mat. Hands on the waist. Inhaling, coming up. Face the left wall. Hands on the waist. Face the left wall. You can keep the right knee straight for now. And work on your hips and shoulders and soft gaze, all squarely facing the left wall. Now, keeping the spine vertical without leaning forward or to either side, start bending your right knee and bring the right knee on top of the right ankle. And if you need more distance, slide the back foot back to bring the right thigh parallel to the ground. Slide the back foot back further to bring the right thigh parallel to the ground. Yes. Srini, you can slide your back foot further back, Srini. Yes, good. Arms up, parallel to the ground. Parallel to the ground. Srini, parallel to the ground. Arms parallel. Yes, good. Palms facing down. Now turn your head and face the right fingers. Soft gaze on the right fingers. Bend your right knee just a bit more, sending your spine vertically downward. Veerabhadrasana, second variation, warrior posture. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist. Straighten up the right knee. Take a deep breath. Look toward the right toes where the right toes are pointing to. Ashvasanchalana. Right foot back, plank. Adho Mukha. Feet close together. Next inhalation, left foot forward. Place the left foot between the palms. Ashva. Place the back foot flat on the mat. Hands on the waist. Inhaling, come up. Face the right wall. Look down at your feet. Inline stance. And straighten up the left knee for now and work on getting your hips and shoulders and soft gaze directly at the right wall. Start bending the left knee. Send the left knee directly toward where the left toes are pointing to. And bring the left knee on top of the left ankle. And those who are comfortable, make enough distance between the front foot and the back foot so you can bend your left knee and get the left thigh parallel to the ground. Now, when you're bending, your shoulder or your spine might lean forward. Make sure that your spine is vertical. Arms up, parallel to the ground. palms down and gaze at your left fingertips. And bend your left knee just a bit more, sending the spine vertically down. Warrior posture, second variation, 5 deep breaths, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the waist. Straighten up the left knee. Take a deep breath, exhale. Rotate your left foot in and make the left toes and the right toes point directly toward your right wall. You're facing directly. This is Prasarita stance, broad stance. We are going to do a bending forward and twist. Prasarita Padotana practice. Now make sure your both feet are planted firmly. Ever so slightly, bring the toes to point inward, as in the toes are slightly pointing inward, so that your weight is more on the outer edges of your feet than the inner arches. Inhale, exhaling, bending from the hips forward as much as you can. And bring at least halfway. Bring your upper body halfway. You can bend the knees, not a problem. Bend the knees, bring the upper body parallel to the ground. Drop your arms down, reach the ground. You can bend the knees as much as you need to reach the ground. Place the left palm on the ground right underneath the heart and right palm on top of the left palm. Right hand on the right waist. Rotate your right shoulder up. Right shoulder, open your right shoulder and allow the right shoulder to rotate up. And finally, right arm pointing toward the ceiling. Gaze at your right thumb if you can. 5 deep breaths. Prasarita, Parivrtta, Prasarita Padotana. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the right palm down to the ground. Place the left palm on top of the right palm. Left hand on the left waist. Rotate your left shoulder open and have the left shoulder go up toward the ceiling. And finally, left arm up. And gaze at your left thumb. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the left palm down. Hands on your waist. Inhaling, come out. Bring your feet comfortably closer. Release your arms. Stand relaxed. Lie down on your back. Feet close together. Relax your feet. Arms close to the body, palms facing down. Normalizing the blood pressure. Hug your knees, rock back and forth. Massaging your back muscles. Generate enough amplitude so your feet are touching the mat as you go forward and knees coming up to your face as you go back, if you can. And then rolling side to side, all the way to the right and all the way to the left. Massaging the side muscles. Settle back with knees close to the chest. Spread your arms to the side, shoulder height. Inhale, exhaling, take both the knees toward your right elbow. Keep the left shoulder down, right palm on the left knee. Look over your left shoulder. Jatara Parivrtta variation. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees to the center. And drop the knees as you exhale toward your left elbow. Left palm on the right knee. Right shoulder on the ground, on the mat. Look over your right shoulder. And once you reach the final posture, completely relax. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees to the center. And release the legs. And make any final movements before surrendering in Shavasana. Without needing to move at all in Shavasana. Separate your feet comfortably apart. Your feet can go even off the mat, not a problem. Arms just a bit away from the body, allowing your armpits to breathe. Your shoulders moved away from your ears. Roll your head side to side to settle down to a comfortable point for the back of your head. Softly closing your eyes. Take a deep breath. Softly closing, closing your eyes, relax the jaws. And bring your awareness to your abdomen. And stay with the sensation of breathing. Your abdomen rising and falling. Each breath a fresh, new creation. Being in awareness of the moment-to-moment creation by observing each breath. Relax. Allow the exhalations to relax your body. Letting go of your body. Surrender and relax. You are completely safe. Nothing to protect. Nothing to resist. Let go and relax. Relax. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently move your fingers and toes. Bring your legs together. Stretch your arms overhead. Stretching from fingers to toes. Bend your knees. Roll to your right side. Use your right arm as a pillow. Rest. When you feel like sitting up, sit up, eyes closed. Any comfortable meditative posture. Taking your hands back. Catch your left wrist with the right hand. Inhaling, growing taller. Exhaling, bending forward, thanking Mother Earth. Inhaling, come up. Rubbing your palms vigorously, generating heat. Massage your closed eyes with your heated palms. And gently blink your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Have a good evening ahead and a good day ahead. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jay.
Thank
Jay,
you.
I have one small question.
Yes.
Why always after means Savasana is preferred at the end of yoga class?
Why Shavasana then?
It's a preferred actually, correct? Every time.
It is preferred. It is preferred. Remember in Hatha Yoga, we have activation and relaxation. Shavasana is a very good posture or postureless posture for relaxation. There is no posture. We let go of all postures in Shavasana, and that is really suited for deeper relaxation. So whatever we do in the asana practice, it is all in some form activation. So you can completely relax, and Sunil smiles. Uh, he really likes Shavasana. Yeah. So it is good for relaxing and balancing, right? For against the activation. Does that help, Vinay?
Yes, yes.
Sunil takes a longer Savasana actually. I think someone has to make him come out of Savasana.
Other
Jay,
questions?
Jay, you will be teaching this Yoga Nidra for short duration.
Yes, once a month.
Okay, okay.
Once a month, yes. I think last Friday of every month, we will have Yoga Nidra practice.
No.
You have to earn by practicing through the month, though. Other questions?
So, but February didn't have this last Friday, is it? Or did you do it last Friday?
Which one?
Yeah, the one Yoga Nidra, is that what you mentioned?
We were all caught up in the challenge.
So I like today, that day it was not so difficult to do 36, but today 3 was also, I don't know why. Even 3 felt challenging. So that day I did
Yes.
36 with some effort at the end. It must have happened. Interesting.
Yes, it does. It does. As a group, practicing is a different energy levels and motivation. Very, very nice. Thank you. Thank you all.